So I have created a quote page template for you to use. It's super simple because I believe it gets to be simple. We don't need to overcomplicate it. I have added in 150 quotes from different categories. So there's healing, there's self-improvement, there's identity, there's wealth. And you can literally just go through and select the ones that you feel called to. I didn't put a category next to each of them because they don't have to be specifically just for that category. They sort of like merge into many different categories. And because, like I've said, our quote pages should be designed to talk about feelings and things that they've never had the words to say. So we don't really need to categorize it into mindset, healing, blah, blah, blah. We're literally just saying words that women can connect to. So the quotes have been done for you. By all means, you can use your own quotes. How you can make it your own is through the caption. Now, you can also make it your own through storytelling in your stories, going live, etc. But to start with, we're building our quote pages, which means we need quotes and captions. So I will show you how to create this the quote that you need for Instagram or social media in a second, but this is the template that you refer to. So as I said, the quotes are all listed here. There is a document that I've created that shows you how to tell your story using a 3-step formula. So I want you to go through this and follow it. And like I said, it will give you a specific formula that you can use. By all means, take this formula or take this document and put it into Claude or ChatGPT and ask it to support you with creating content or creating your caption. But try and do this as much as you can with your own intuition, your own feelings, your own story, and then get Claude or ChatGPT to refine it. So there's many examples that you can use in here. Go through this because it's going to support you. But ultimately, you are creating your story in a way as if you're telling your best friend, and it's just got a particular structure in it so that it reads well. And so the structure is hook, the truth, the bridge. So the hook to reel them in, the truth is about your specific shift in real life that you've gone through, and the bridge is the invitation into inner bloom. Right? So this is basically your then sales funnel because you're hooking people in with the quote and with the hook in your caption. You're telling your story so people begin to understand who you are. And then you're talking about inner bloom, which is the bridge into how they can achieve the same transformation that you have achieved. So go through this document before you start. It will help you. And once you've gone through it, you will be able to add your own captions in here. So then this basically becomes your content sheet. So you can then pre-batch content if you like. Please don't use this specific one. You're going to need to copy it or save it down and create your own copy. Please do not edit. Let me say that again. Please do not edit this one. Go to File, make a copy, and then save your own version. Okay. And then simply go through the document and then add your hook in here, add where you were. So again, that's the shift. The shift is where you were to where you are now, and the bridge is how you got there within a bloom. And then you'd add your CTA, and every CTA should lead them to click the link in your bio or comment for a word to which you can then send them the link. So this then becomes an invisible sales page. Your content becomes a funnel to direct your audience to your sales page. So it's such a seamless system when you do it right. So you're reeling women in with the quote, you're hooking them in with the quote, you're then telling them a bit about yourself, how you've shifted so then they can relate to what you've gone through and they feel seen through your story. And then the CTA is always linking them back to your offer. So again, you can choose through and again, delete or highlight ones that you want or, move them around. This is your sheet once you've made a copy. Okay, so once you've maybe got a few up and going, you can then use this template, which I'm going to send to you as well, to copy the quotes onto. So Stina, the wonderful Stina, has created AI generated videos that we can all use. I've asked her to specifically curate content in a nature theme, because nature has a mass appeal. When you start pulling in particular videos on, the rich girl aesthetics or female empowerment or whatever it is, you become more niche. If that's what you want to do, that's fine. But nature is very generic, right? It doesn't put people off. If you use the rich girl aesthetic, if you use, maybe like a very spiritual aesthetic, again, if they're the women you're calling in, fine. But the quotes that we are using are generic to the masses. Why would you limit yourself by using a aesthetic that is assigned to a particular niche? People will tell you to niche down, but the product that we are promoting isn't niche at all. It appeals to all women. So why would you put yourself in a box? Why would you create content that's boxed? Try and keep it as open as possible. And again, say you're a mum that wants to appeal to mums. Mums are still going to resonate with nature. You don't have to have content with kids in. But by not having content with kids in, you appeal to other women as well. So just be mindful of that. Again, you use whatever content you want, but I'm here to help you simplify the process and to bring mass visibility to your page. So I believe that nature is the way forward. But again, never go against your intuition, follow your path. And if this feels right for you, use it. So how are you going to use this? Hopefully you're familiar with Canva, but if you're not, don't worry. So you are simply going to, this one's an example. You are simply going to either take this text, copy it, and then paste it here. Now, make sure that the text is centralized. It's not too big. Because remember, when you then pull this into Instagram or TikTok, it's going to blow it up slightly. So don't be doing this thinking people can't see it. Trust that they can read it. This is going to look shit if you blow it up too big, right? You need to make it look aesthetically pleasing if you want people to read it, right? If you think about a book, people are drawn to the cover. If your aesthetics look shit, people aren't going to want to take notice of it. So take pride and take care in what you're creating. So again, I've found the perfect sizing, but if you find that when you put some text in, it's too much text. So for example, if I was to double this and it goes like this, just play around with it. Maybe you'll have to shorten the text. It shouldn't get that big anyway, because if you look at all of the quotes, they're not that big, but just make sure that you're either then making it smaller, again, checking that it's still readable, keeping it central. Just be mindful of aesthetically pleasing content, okay? So I'm going to delete this. I'm going to go back to copy this. I'm going to paste this in here. And so if it doesn't show up because of the background, you can simply move this, make the background black, push this back so it's aligned, and make sure it's fully aligned. There's no black seeping through. And then use the transparency button to darken the image so you can see the text. Right? And then you're simply going to copy this quote into here. And again, make it look tidy. So you're going to need to put a capital here, add spaces, or actually I've added a capital here. So just make sure the grammar is correct. For some reason, it's put a full stop there, but I don't think we need that. Imagine this is like a book and that has quotes in. So you want it to look nice. Make sure there's breathing space. Check the grammar. Check that it flows nicely. See, that looks so much better than it did before. And if you want to change the text, the font, sorry, you can literally choose different fonts here. But again, be mindful, whatever you change, you will have to make sure that you centralize it. And if it's then too small, make it bigger. But again, make sure it's always central and make sure it's not too big, because then it's going to, remember, it's going to expand and blow up a little inside Instagram. But then make sure it's not too small so that people can actually read it. So you can change the font here. You can change the size here. You can bold letters if you like. You love deeply. Didn't care. Maybe you want to italic some. You choose, you make it your own. I think it looks nice when you bold out specific letters and italic them. It just makes them stand out. I would find a font that you like and keep it consistent rather than keep changing loads of fonts. Like create brand congruency, create consistency. If you start adding loads of different things in, it's going to make your page look a bit mishmash. So if you want to explore different fonts in a different format, you can go into template and click quote or write quote, and then it will come up with some. And so you might like to take that. Let's just move this over here for a second. And then, for example, you love deeply. Again, I wouldn't complicate this too much. I would keep it really simple, but if some of you want to get a bit more creative, you can. It's almost like that becomes then the header, and then this, it's like a poem, you know? That's the header, and then this is then the context. And that's nice. Let's delete that. So play around with it, make it your own. But again, it's so important that you keep it tidy, because this is what's going to make you stand out. This is what's going to make you look professional. This is what's going to make people actually want to read your content because it looks aesthetically pleasing. Remember, people wouldn't read a book if it looked shit on the front cover. Okay, so be really mindful of that. And so then when you're done, you literally go to share, download, MP4, select the frame, download, and then save it. And then you would upload that to social media.
So I want to show you how to post the content that you've just created. Click the cross in the top left-hand corner, click Reel, and then select the content that you have just created. You're then going to select an audio, and you do that by clicking the audio icon. And then either you choose something that resonates with the type of content that you're posting, or you can choose a trending audio. Trending audios are basically audios that are trending. And you can see here the number of reels that are attached to that trending audio. The lower the number, the better it is for you to use that trending audio, because you will then show up on the audio's explore page. So they say, again, there's so many different strategies around this, but they say anything below 2,000 reels that have been created is a prime time for you to jump on a trending audio. But anything, again, less than 10,000, 50,000 is still better than millions. So again, use this with a pinch of salt. I still believe the best thing that you can do is to create content that you feel something about. So choose an audio that makes you feel. Don't just choose it because it's trending. Choose it because of how it makes you feel and how you want the audience to feel as a result of hearing it and seeing the words on the screen and seeing your aesthetics and reading your caption. So I've selected the beautiful home trending audio. Click the arrow that you can see in the bottom right corner, and then it will add it to your reel. Click next, copy and paste in your caption, and then share it by clicking OK and share. And then that will show up on your feed. So just to show you what I mean by trending audios, you can type trending audios into the search bar and you can see their beautiful home is the one I chose for the reel. If you click that, you will then see all the reels that are created using that trending audio. So going back to the reel you've posted, you can like it by hitting the heart, you can comment on your own reel, you can repost it, and you can share it. When you share it, click add to your stories, and then I suggest adding your affiliate link. And you do that by clicking the sticker button, which is the second one down on the right-hand side. And then when you click that, click link, and then add your affiliate link in. And once you've added your affiliate link in, you can customize the sticker text. And this is how your content becomes part of your sales funnel, because the reels is what attracts your audience, and then they resonate with the message that you are saying, and then you drop the link to your offer. This is an effortless sales system. It's done for you. The business is done for you. The content is done for you. You're simply sharing your story and inviting other women who resonate with your message and your story to join In a Bloom and join you on this journey. And then simply click the arrow to share it, and voila, you are done. You have created and shared your first piece of content.